This was a very specific project. This is a world that is real. I can't just make it up. I have to grab the real sound. My name is Aaron Mills, and I did the sound design for Batterie.
My name is Youssef, and I'm a BL's bass drum instructor.
Let's go. You want us to get on the drums?
Yes, sir. First come, first serve.
So this was a section that was kind of tricky because there's no dialogue here, and you can't just skip over this movement, the movement of people getting up on the drums. We need to see that. When we filmed it, you know, we had our boom microphone, we had lavs on actors around the room, and we actually had a third microphone planted in the very back of the room on a tripod, just getting the whole day. We did that for every single scene and just turned it on and let a 4-hour recording just go. The drum corps world is such a specific world, and the sounds are very specific. You can't just put drumsticks together and expect that to sound like marching sticks. They're thicker, they have a different sound. The sound of getting behind the drum and it creaking a little bit as you kind of bump into it. Even the sticks coming off of the racks. That's all a very specific sound that we had to account for. That's not in the original take. So that's what this microphone in the back of the room was capturing, was everything that it could. But you know, I had to go through all of that and really pull all the background sounds, really pull all the sound effects. Like, all of these drumming sounds were not in the production audio. I had to go make all these sounds, all the stick clicks, all the pad sounds, and all the people like murmuring. That's from that back of the room microphone and had to be pulled manually. And, you know, I made my own audio clips that are like background sound. And that's just 30 straight seconds of people. Once we added in the sounds of like getting up onto the drums creaking, the sticks clicking, and all of that nonsense, it still didn't feel right. It still didn't feel like a drum corps audition was happening. I tried a whole bunch of different things. I tried putting music on the scene, but then, like, this is about music, so it doesn't really work. Like, movie music just didn't seem to fit in properly. So then you have to really think about, like, what could possibly be happening that could help fill this out one more layer. And here, that is the background snares in the metronome that you can hear down the hall. That echo, that reverb of the snares just doing rep after rep. And you know, that was just an experiment to see if that would work, because I've been in a lot of these audition rooms myself. You can't always hear that. Sometimes it is just dead quiet in an audition room. But pulling that audio from the full Batterie performance and sticking that in here and like looping it, really making it feel like reps and not just like they're just playing the whole song in the background. No. They have to be playing chunks, B to C, on loop, and then cut, and then you gotta fake the feedback. So you gotta time it out, you know? Y'all should be thinking ahead of what's gonna make this mix right there.
Top to G. 8 and you're in.
Last time.
Set.
This moment right here, this was the bane of my existence. The top of this scene up until this moment, this wasn't supposed to be in the proof of concept. It was supposed to start on the Met coming in and then bzzz. All of these shots before this were outtakes. Everything before this was purely just them outside of the tape before we call action. So now I have it feeling all right, but what does it sound like? I don't have anything here. I have to build all of this from scratch. Everything that you hear in this is hand placed. I have the hum of the gym. I have the stick clicks. I even downloaded online music and just stuck it in the background here as if it was coming from down the hall. It never felt like enough. It still doesn't feel like enough. I reached back out to the people we had cast as the drum techs, and I asked them to do a couple things. I asked them to give me this dialogue of
Last time.
And after the scene, I had them give me like fake feedback. Like, I had literally texted them and I said, hey, can you just give me like 30 seconds of you talking to a snare drummer that did badly at the audition? And it was as simple as that. They just texted it to me, and it's so quiet, you don't even need it to like sound amazing. And it worked, it filled out the scene. So all of this was about putting as many sound effects as I could to make this room feel like there's 30 people in here, because if you look, only 9 people are in this shot outside of the drum line. So, you know, this is the only shot that shows that off. The rest of it is tight angles to try and hide that, and the last layer of that is the sound design, really making it sound like there's more people in there than it really is. But there's always one more sound you can add. The last thing I caught when we were making it was this fella right here just playing on his chest. Fuck! So I played it back slowly and just kind of saw it. Luckily, he was playing something pretty simple, just. I don't know if that's what he was actually playing, but it kind of lined up, so. You know, this was a very specific project. For something like this, I really need to be thinking about sound design in pre-production. I really need to be thinking about every sound that I need because it does matter. Watch Batterie on YouTube and follow us here if you want to see more updates on Batterie the show.